bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Tino Beach on Grand Bahama was the place to be Saturday night as thousands of spectators turned out for the second annual Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival, the Grand Life. The 10 finalists were chosen during the Music Masters competition. Grand Bahama came alive during the second night of the Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival, the Grand Life. Due to threats of inclement weather, the program was pushed back, but the show did go on. Thousands of persons from throughout the Bahamas and the world were in attendance. A spectacular lineup from Ira Store and the Spank Band to the lively Visage Band that had the crowd rocking and moving.
But if the rain come down, I say I don't mind.
Still, he'd pulled out all the stops, and those in attendance partied non-stop to the sweet, sweet sounds of Rake and Scrape. And of course, the legendary Ronnie Butler gave a star-studded performance. Also stealing the show were 15 local artists who entered the Music Masters competition. 10 songs would go on to the finals, where the winner would receive $20,000. The judges had their work cut out for them. In the end, moving on to compete in the nation's capital were Avi Mortimer, 2 songs from Erica Lady E. Simonette, Ebony Gibson, Jives, Sammy Starr, Colin McDonald, Terrell Tynes Wilson, and Fanshawn Taylor. They will move on to the big stage at the Bahamas Carnival Junkanoo in Nassau come May to claim the grand prize. Organizers say special thanks to corporate sponsor BTC, the second annual Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival on Grand Bahama was a smashing success. Shashina. Hundreds of residents spending their Sunday afternoon waiting in line. The long wait wasn't an annoyance, but more of a blessing as Jubilee Cathedral took another big step to cater not just to the spiritual needs of residents, but to the physical as well. It was an historical give back that spoke to the needs of many persons here on Grand Bahama. Approximately 5,000 persons attended Jubilee Cathedral's give back, and the man at the helm of it says he never imagined that the turnout would be so massive. A warehouse filled with clothes, shoes, furniture, and appliances were freely given to those who needed most.
I never dreamt that it was at this level, but I can appreciate even persons, who pretend as if though all is well. You cannot tell that they need looking from the outward appearance, but they forget about all their pride, and they decide that, man, Bishop, I am in need. Can you help me?
Bishop Williams says he received calls from all over the country after ZNS News aired the story about the give back. While the giveaway started shortly after 3 p.m. on Sunday, he says there were some persons waiting outside the warehouse from 8 that morning. And while everyone could not get everything they wanted, he is hopeful that many got what was needed.
I have had calls from Long Island, Auckland, Abaco, all around that people are asking for help. But I'm only one person. But I promise I will do the best that I can do on the next go around for those persons who are in need to try to help them meet the need. And I found out that they need beds and appliances.
Elder Laquaz Williams, overseer of this operation, agrees that many persons are in need and that the stories they heard from those who are hurting were heart-wrenching.
One lady, she came in and she said, please, sir, I don't have nowhere to lay my head. She said, I don't have nowhere to lay my head. And that hit me real hard because we take for granted so much that we have these things just readily available to us. But and she's an elderly woman. So I'm like, man, we got to find something to make sure that at least you have someplace to rest your head. So when you hear stories like that, you have people who say, man, I just need a chair or two, maybe a chair just to sit on in my place. It means so much.
Bishop Williams says this is only possible through the help of his partners abroad who have bought into his vision of helping those who cannot help themselves. While the plan is to host another give back before summer, here's his message of hope to those who are experiencing challenges.
There is a turnaround. There is a turnaround in Grand Bahama, because if this can happen in times of recession, people came from East End as far as Sweet and Ski. They're here. And they're here, old people. And I cannot allow these mothers and stuff leave here without something. I tell them, sit down, rest yourself, but we'll make sure at the end of the day they get something.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Hi, I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Welcome. World Health Month is celebrated in April, and the focus this year is beating diabetes. So this month, I will dedicate a few segments each week to discuss this very important topic, which will include some statistics, the types of diabetes, risk factors, and prevention strategies. Currently, 387 million people have diabetes worldwide, with more than 39 million people located in the North American and Caribbean region. It is estimated that by the year 2035, this will rise to 50 million in this region. There were approximately 35,000 cases of diabetes in the Bahamas in the year 2014 alone. And as a country, we have one of the highest prevalences of diabetes worldwide. As a result, diabetes and its complications, such as heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease, have caused an enormous financial burden on our healthcare system. In fact, in the Bahamas and worldwide, the #1 cause for kidney failure and for a person to end up on dialysis is diabetes. So if you have any questions about diabetes, please email askthedrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us, Ricardo Lightborn, as a check on sports when we return.